In this video, I'm going to go over a few items that would become likely alternatives to our current fiat currency in the unlikely and unfortunate situation where the poo-poo hits the fan. The following items that I'm going to lay out are some common sense items that I think are necessary to take precautionary measures. And to kick the video off, can you take a wild guess at what's in the manila envelope? You guessed it. It's about 30 ounces of silver. And I even threw in an ounce of 90% gold. I'm not a big fan of metals as an alternative form of currency outside of any kind of situation where inflation might get a little bit out of control, so a little bit of a hedge there. But otherwise, in a true SHTF situation, I don't think people are going to be recognizing the value in gold or silver. And quite honestly, this video might be more accurately described as a list of top 9 or 10 alternative forms to currency, which is why I put gold and silver at the bottom of the list. And second to the bottom of the list comes firearms. I'm not a big fan of putting guns into the hands of other people. I more think of them as a way and a means to defend the other things that I do have. But here they are, and the firearms pictured here I have acquired specifically for trading as a currency in a situation where I would need to. And first up for the firearms, I have a Kahr CW45 chambered in a .45 caliber. Next is a Bersa Thunder chambered in .380. This is a Taurus 2-inch barrel chambered in .357. It's a 5-shooter. And this is a Millinium. It's a chambered in 9mm. And a Skyy, also chambered in 9mm. Third from the bottom is ammo. Again, putting ammo in the hands of other people can potentially make them bad guys. But if you're looking to collect ammo as a source of currency, try getting at least a couple hundred rounds of everything. Here I have various brands of .380 caliber, a couple hundred rounds of jacketed hollow point. Next up is various brands of 9mm. Onto the 40 S&W variety pack. Got some 45 there. Some 38 special, which can go in my 357. A little bit of multi-purpose action there. And some 357 Magnum. Got some double-aught buck, but I have lot more 12-gauge double-aught buck stashed, and some birdshot 12-gauge. And of course, here's about 2,000 rounds of 223. I think one thing I'm missing in this video is several thousand rounds of 22. Now let's get into some real forms of currency. For all you smoky dopes out there who don't know if you worked or smoked to work, we got a little something for everybody. We got the cowboy killers. And for all you pussies out there, we got mild backy. Hell, we even got menthol to crystallize your lungs. And if you don't want to roll it up or smoke it out of a pipe, we got enough tubes to roll it, all 3 packs of them there backies. And what good are tubes and backies if you ain't got a cigarette roller? Now, tobacco and cigarettes would be a great form of currency because obviously you can roll as many cigarettes as you want here and sell them individually. Now, if you're kind of like me and you don't quite know for sure if you work to drink or drink to work, but you just know you love your alcohol. We have something for you as well. Another great form of currency would be alcohol. Now, obviously, people have the skills to make moonshine and to make bootleg alcohol and whiskey, vodka, but you know, having some alcohol on hand would be a great quick fix for anybody who loves to drink, including me. All right, next up on the list, probably comparable in terms of value, we're looking at rechargeable batteries. And, of course, a way to actually charge those, preferably from the sun. We got some AA's, some AAA's. These are nickel metal hydride, some 9-volt C and D size, a little bit of everything. Now we get into the top 3 alternative forms of currency. The most basic human need is water and food. And having some food on hand would be a great form of barter items. And this is only a couple 100 pounds of rice. Having a little something for the kids, and a break from the monotonous food that people might encounter in the kind of situation that we're talking about here. You know, having spices to be able to spice up that rice and spice up the meat. You know, hell, if people are hunting squirrels, rabbits, you know, it gets old if you're just eating it plain. So having some spices and a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. And there's my cat. Some chili powder. Now, all the food that I'm showing you in this video is definitely not enough to trade. It's only enough for me and possibly one other person, one other adult, depending on the time frame we're talking about. So I'm definitely not prepared to expend any of my food as a form of currency, but this is to display what would qualify as good forms of currency: canned goods, spices, rice, beans. A lot more canned goods that I have stashed away, but again, only enough for me and maybe one other person. Lots of beef ravioli, um, you know, green beans, carrots, potatoes, spam, beef stew, and some canned fruit, peaches, pears, mostly peaches and pears for fruit. And I've got some canned chicken, some Armored chili. But the most valuable form of currency is going to be items that you can duplicate. Here I have pictured lots of heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are seeds that grow vegetables, which you can harvest the seeds out of those vegetables to replant and save for later, and therefore you have unlimited currency that you can produce over and over again. Also, the ability to duplicate items which serve basic human needs, such as food, water, clothing, and alcohol, will become invaluable. And that's number 1.